Okay, so thank you very much all the time, and then thank you very much for taking me to the farm again. And it was really nice because for me, it's so important to see that people who is doing feelings.
Well, it's a real pleasure to welcome you to France. You don't come often enough.
Right.
We'd like to see you more often. And of course, it's important for you to see how the whole product is manufactured from very natural sources, to see the people who actually are growing, the farmers, the extraction unit, and
Right.
so on. So it was a good opportunity.
I really believe that, like the good product is coming from like the people's passions and love and, you know, the friendship and those like people itself is actually reflecting to
Yeah.
the melon extract. And of course, it's your product.
Yes, and as you can see, the main actors of this product are not so young because they have a lot of experience because it's a very technical product. And so all that good experience is put into the product and they still have the passion for it.
And then so I visited the farm for the second time and also the factory for the second time. And then now I've experienced and seen that the powders made out of melon, a very special melon. But your product actually is different from that particular extract. You are putting your scientific effort to it to make it glycerin. So could you tell me?
Yeah, so what you saw is the production of the melon powder, but that's only the first step of the manufacturing process. The second step is when we protect this melon powder by a matrix or coverage of wheat extract. It's actually some fraction of gluten, which is very important. So this is the powder. Yes, this is, as you can see, it's whiter and it's finer than the melon powder that you
Yes.
saw in the factory.
Yes.
That's because we have done one additional manufacturing step by mixing the melon powder with the wheat extract. And the wheat extract is really very important because without that protection, the melon powder and its beneficial activity will be destroyed in the stomach. So it's a protective matrix that we cover the melon extract with. And also the wheat is going to help target the upper level of the intestine where you have most of your immunocompetent cells. 70% of your immunity is in the upper level of the intestine. So the wheat is going to target that area so that the SOD is most active at that level.
Wow. So this is your invention. I mean, you're researching.
Yes, yes. Yes, we patented worldwide this invention, the combination of wheat extract and melon extract. And we have patent in the US, in Japan, in Europe. And it's a very difficult process. Even the manufacturing stage is very complex because, as you know, the SOD in the melon extract is very unstable. So it's easily destroyed. And most SOD products on the market that you will find in Japan or in the rest of the world actually have no SOD activity at all because it's been destroyed. But we guarantee the SOD activity, and it's the wheat protection that helps stabilizing the SOD in the melanin.
So the glycerin is the only the product in the world at this moment to really reach to the intestines, to kind of like stimulate the intestines to, I understand it, to make your body to reproduce or be active to produce the antioxidant enzyme. Is that true?
Yes, so it will work as a catalyst. It will stimulate your own capacity, your own immune system to protect itself and to regulate your immune system. So, in our scientific language, we say that of course, it's an antioxidant, but that's the least interesting of its benefit. The second, it's an anti-inflammatory. That's very interesting, especially for low noise inflammation, so chronic inflammation. but more importantly, it modulates. So it regulates the immune system. So it will, if your immune system is overactive, like in the instance for autoimmune disease, it will down-regulate the immune system. And that's very beneficial. And lately we have published a new study on a disease called vitiligo, where we show that the product actually can improve and repigment the skin because it's regulate the immune system.
Wow. So that the other, yes, in Japan, that it's a lot of people are interested in chokatsu. Cho is the intestine, and katsu is like to kind of like educate and activate it. So that a lot of people are they're well understood that the intestine, the very healthy intestine, is
Yes.
very important for your health and the longevity.
Yes. No, absolutely. But there are two parts in the intestine. There are lower intestine, the bacteria, the microbiota is very critical. And I know that in Japanese you say it's the second brain because it's so important. But if we work on the upper level of the intestine, where you have even more of your own immunological cells, and it's the combination of healthy microbiota and a good upper level immunity that actually has the best results. Because if you have a good microbiota, but you still suffer from a lot of oxidative stress and inflammation, your microbiota is going to be damaged still. It's a little bit like if you're in a plane, and so you're very comfortable in a plane, but then you have turbulence all the time. That's oxidative stress. It does turbulence, so your digestive system is not going to function properly. So you need to fix that.
Okay. So that I didn't know that this really regulate.
Yes, it regulates. It's in scientific word we say modulates, but it's regulates.
I see. So I understand that there are so many great effects out of it, and then like basically for the skin.
Yes, as a matter of fact, over the last 20 years, we have published more than 40 medical and scientific studies
Great.
from all over the world. So not only in France, but we have worked with some of the best Japanese universities, Indonesia, France, Germany, and so on, in 10 different countries. And we have shown the benefits of glycidine and melon repair, because it's the same active ingredient, in cardiovascular system, in chronic inflammatory situation, in oncology, and we just recently published a study on asthma, house dust mite asthma, so it can really help alleviate or reduce the symptoms of asthma.
Okay.
Especially for people who have asthma crisis in combination with their medical drug.
Right.
And of course in skin. So we have a lot of research on skin to improve skin clarity, to make your skin better protected, photoprotection against the damage of the sun, and so on.
Yeah. So it's like a drinking sun protector, kind of.
Yes, we don't say that because that wouldn't be accepted, but in Japan, we have a foshu claim, which means it's a functional claim for the skin, good for the skin. Yes, so, and those claims are not so easy to obtain in Japan, but we managed to obtain those claims. We have similar claims in Korea, for example. So in all different countries, Canada, US, and so on. So a lot of recognition in the field of dermatology and skin health.
So you got a lot of claims in the different government and countries, and what about the United States and FDA has?
So FDA in the US, we regulates in a very strange way, but yes, we are compliant with the FDA and a special regulation which is called DSHEA. It's for Dietary Supplements Enactment Act, which is the regulation that. So we comply, of course, with that. But we have approved for skin, but we have approved claims in Canada for Health Canada, which is much stricter than FDA, as a matter of fact, or in Mexico with Cofepris. Altogether, we operate in more than 50 countries. We sell the
Great.
glycodine, and we comply with all the regulations in all those countries. So we can tell that it's a very safe product. And in the last 20 years, we have sold over 200 million daily doses of glycodine.
Great.
So
great.
with very few
I've
side
been
effects.
taking for 20 years, so I'm kind of like a living proof of that too. But and also the doctors, a lot of doctors are using
Yes,
that.
yes. As a matter of fact, we sell our products around the world with international partners, such as your very good company, eWoman and Melon Repair. But in most cases, we we market our product with pharmaceutical companies who visit doctors because we have so much science and so much clinical evidence that we feel confident enough to show our evidence to the doctors so that they can recommend the products to their patients. For example, in dermatology, we have probably around the world more than 10,000 dermatologists who recommend our products for many skin conditions such as hyperpigmentation, melasma, vitiligo, and we hope in the near future also atopic dermatitis.
Great. So how many? I mean, how much of the glycerin should be taken to?
Well, my recommendation would be to take maybe 3 pills of Melon Repair a day. That's about 300 milligrams of glycerin for maintenance. But if you are under treatment or if you feel like you need to be energized more, I would go to 5 or 6 pills a day for specifically for that time of that length of time.
Right. I often actually daily I take like 3 to 5, like average 4 daily. Then when I get really tired or stressful and whatever, then I increase to 6 to even 10 for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in consecutive. Then I
Yes.
just go back to 3 or 2.
Yes, that's what happens to some of the doctors around the world when there is a crisis, like in the case of acne fulminis. When you have a crisis of acne or very strong inflammation, they will give up to 6, 7, 8 pills a day to reduce the inflammation. And that's, yes, or if you feel like post-surgery for recovery, it will be beneficial to take that many pills.
It doesn't really have a bad the effect even though you take 10.
No,
Is there
because
like-
the system, your own body will eliminate
Right,
whatever
right,
it doesn't,
over-
the overload, if there is an overload.
Right.
We have no toxicity known. We've tried any known methods to see if there was any toxicity, and there is no toxicity.
Right.
So, except it will cost you a little
Yeah.
bit of money,
Okay.
but otherwise there is no risk for your body.
Right. So it really depends on the particular human being's ability to, to kind of like be active or healthy or, like the effective to certain things, because that melon repair or glycerin could reach you to your own standard. So the standard actually differ to a person to
Yes.
person.
So you're absolutely right. It will normalize your
Right.
body. We say in scientific word that it's homeostasis. So it will rebalance your body. So if your body and your cells are rebalanced, it will be more effective.
Right.
So you will have more energy,
Right.
you will recover faster, you will be in a better shape against outside diseases, virus, and so on.
By your own strength.
By your own strength. Yes.
Right? So that the other, if a person has an energy or immune level of 5, by birth, by nature, And then the other person has like originally like 8 power. Then if they take glycerin the same amount or whatever, then they could reach to 5, but she or he couldn't go 10 because her nature was 5 limit.
That's a good question, and I'm not sure what I can answer to this question because, but certainly if you're 5, sometimes you're going to be 3 or 2, so it will go back to a normal spread with regulation.
Yeah. But she wouldn't go for 20.
No, and it's not even desirable because what we have seen in long-term period of time that it will those because you can be below normal and you can be above normal. Above normal is not good either. You need to be regulated. So we help regulate that level. And a normal, well-balanced body is what you need. It's not overactive or underactive.
Right. It's true. So there at the very end said, could you, well, by the way, that this is the Melon Repair, the new package. How do you like it?
No, it's beautiful. It's very modern, very elegant, and I like to have partners who design beautiful packaging because it conveys the natural way, the technicity of the product and the effectiveness of the product. So packaging is very important, and in this new format, it's easy to ship to different customers. So yes, congratulations, beautiful pack.
Thank you very much. So this melon repair again is like a very natural from the garden, for the farm to the process of extract, and then to your inventions to add inside the wheat, all natural and.
Yes, we don't use any solvent, chemical solvent, or anything for the extraction. But more importantly, we guarantee at the end of the manufacturing process that there is no heavy metals, nothing at all. We have very strict third-party analysis, and we comply with the most selective regulations. And Japan is certainly the most difficult regulation in the world for specification of the product. But we are more than compliant. We are above the compliance, which is very difficult because you're talking about natural product. And natural products have naturally bacteria. They have
That's true.
So you have to make sure that the product is very healthy, very clean, but not destroy the activity of the product. And that's very technical, very difficult.
So that sorry. so that it's good for kids to take it.
Yes, we even have done a clinical study with kids. My recommendation will be up to not before 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, because at that stage the immune system is not completely developed. But after 4 or 5 years, no problem. Have the dosage of a normal adult person. It's okay. Yes. So
like my kid used to take like 1 tablet a day when they were elementary school days, so like 10 years old and
yes.
So
Yeah,
that's
1 or
fine.
2, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you talking about like using wheat. Some of the customers may think that, oh, I may have a wheat allergy.
Yeah.
The
Honestly, the wheat amount that we use is very small, and it's below the level for celiac patients. So celiac patients are not intolerant; they are highly allergic. So we are below that level. And in the 20 years, we have had so few reaction to gluten allergies, very, very few. And as you know, as I said earlier, most of our products are sold under the supervision of doctors. So if we have allergies, we have feedback from the doctor. So we are very sure of the product.
We have been selling melon repair for 20 years, and no single the claim of problem so far. So yeah, I think it's very safe. I've been taking it for 20 years, and so it's still it's a European.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is there any like your more update or research that you'd like to add?
Well, we are committed to science and research. So every quarter or every 6 months, we publish a new study. We're in July, and we published a new study in June, so last month,
Okay.
on asthma
Okay.
and the protection against house dust mites, asthma. And this study, which was a mechanistic animal study, confirmed the human study that we did a few years ago in Indonesia on children with asthma. So it
Okay.
was very beneficial. So we have the mechanistic explanation now, but we have the clinical data as well. So that's the study we published on vitiligo, as I said, last year. And we have a lot of plans for the future, of course.
Right. So for the asthma, the people who has asthma can of course need the medical treatment.
Yes.
But when they keep taking, let's say for them, like a 5 tablet a day, kind of, or
Yes.
three,
3 or
right?
4. Yeah.
3 or 4, 3 to 5, kind
Yeah.
of like a daily, then that would like make them have them kind of like under stress or the less possibility of having an attack or stroke.
So if they are already having a crisis, it will make the recovery faster,
Okay.
much faster. So they will have recovery of their respiratory function better, and they will make the observance of the drug treatment much better. That's what we have seen. Now, we haven't done a specific study on whether it's reduced the intensity of crisis or space out the crisis, but that's part of our plan in the future. But that's a second step.
So meaning that when they have a crisis like stroke or attack, then they would like they need to take like 5 maybe a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But the basic questions, but because this is a supplement,
Yes.
it's not a medicine,
Yeah.
so that you need to take like daily. I mean, if you just do not take for like a 2 month, and suddenly when you have the asthma or sunburn, and you take like 5 for 2 weeks, does it work, or you have to keep at least 1 or 2 a day?
Well,
like your body is like
yes.
accepting.
So actually, if you have taken for some time the product and then you have a break for 2 or 3 months, when you start taking the product again, the benefits are going to come much faster. The initial stage, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to feel the benefits. But once you've taken the product, your body keeps the memory of the product, and it will be activated much faster.
Oh, okay. So you can actually you don't need to take every day,
No.
but you have
You would need to take it every day, if I may say, after a certain age, because you need that support.
Yes, I need the
I am the
support.
same. But for younger people who have a healthy lifestyle, good nutrition, balanced lifestyle, I would recommend that they take it in times of crisis. Yes. So, for example, 2 weeks ago, we were present at the World Dermatology Congress in Singapore, and we had some studies presented officially. One of them was on acne, and people who treat acne with isotretinoins can declare flares, inflammatory flares. Our products, it was shown that we reduce dramatically the quantity and the amount and the number of patients who have those flares. So anti-inflammatory. Okay.
A lot of the report around us has reported to us that the teenagers with acne take like a 1 or 2 tablet of melon repair, and the next day it's gone.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's really
Because acne is inflammation. So if you reduce the inflammation, you will reduce and we have plans to conduct more studies in the field of acne because we feel that it could be very beneficial.
So that, again, so that when you are very, very tired or stressful and so forth, you would increase it so that your energy is coming back, and because immune system will get better,
Yes.
and then you start feeling positive and energetic and think positively and so forth. Then they could, if they have like 5 tablets for like 2 weeks or 1 month when they are very, very stressful, then they could kind of like not taking for another 3 weeks and they could still
Yes.
restore. And
Yes.
how long that's a break?
Probably a month.
A month.
Yes, after you have a
Yeah,
declining.
right. Okay, it's like a bicycle. Like I kind of
Yes,
like
you're right.
you were like riding a bicycle, and you sometimes like you just had okay, then it's still the bicycle goes, but it
Yes.
doesn't really last for long.
No, because it's a natural product, and we don't work on the symptoms and the root cause of the issues. That's a drug that will do that.
Right. So this is like really like it makes your whole body
Work better.
better.
And we have shown in many different clinical studies that we can improve dramatically the efficacy of whatever you do to your body. I take the example of anti-wrinkle creams. If you combine it with, you are going to double the efficacy of the anti-wrinkle cream.
Wow.
On wrinkle reduction, on skin elasticity, on the glow, on hydration of the skin. So you have to think of it as a great helper for your condition.
Mm. I wonder if I haven't taken this for 20 years. I haven't looked. So thank you.
Well, you're naturally very beautiful, so I'm sure it's you will still look great, but maybe a little less energy. And I know you've gone through a major event with your international conference, so you look remarkably well for such.
Right, it's true. I've been
And,
taking Melonpir for a lot of Melonpir after and before the conference. But thank you very much. I keep updated because I trust that our relationship and friendship is really the great for the product, and then I'm sure that our customers like that trustworthy and
Yes, as a matter of fact, your company and Melon Repair is one of our longest business relationship in the world. I mean, in Japan, no doubt, but even in the world, we don't have many customers with whom we've been working for almost 20 years now, which is the case. We have very long-term customers, I have to say, but not as long because Japan, you'll be pleased to know, was one of the very first countries where we started. Even though we are a French company, we had more interest from more interested parties from Japan and even from France.
right, because our company is a diversity consulting companies, and a lot of the different views would create the better product. And this is one of the very first product that we have worked for. And I'm very happy that this was very successful, helping a lot of people, including me. Thank
Well,
you.
certainly, thank you very much for being a loyal customer and making so many Japanese people happy with Melon Repair.
Thank you very much.